Paul said here in verse 27, only let your conversation be as it becometh the gospel of Christ, that whether I come and see you or else be absent, I may hear of your affairs, that you stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel. The word conversation means lifestyle in the New Testament, but it means more than that. The Greek word, the word for conversation, this shocked me when I opened my Greek helps to see what conversation meant, because I've always said it means manner of life. And that's one of the definitions of that Greek word, how you live your life. But the Greek, another definition they gave was citizen. The Greek word, it's the first 5 letters of political, and then a couple other letters. So when he says that let your conversation, he's actually saying, I want you to be good citizens. Now he's talking more about good citizens of their various countries and states or territories, but citizens of heaven. How many of you know we're representing God down here? You go overseas as an American on a vacation to another country, and they know you're an American, you're representing America. People who have never seen an American before are going to draw some conclusions about our country from you. You're representing us. And so when you're Peace Corps and you're going over from America to help hungry and sick people, you're representing America well. When you're going over there picking fights with waitresses and cab drivers, you're not representing America so well. So Paul's saying, I want you to be good citizens. So with that in mind, I looked up several scriptures. I had them written down last week. I just have the highlights here. Here's what good citizens of heaven who are living on earth look like. Let me say that again. Here's what good citizens of heaven. How many of you know we're all citizens of heaven if we're Christian? Here's what good citizens. There's citizens and there's good citizens. Here's what good citizens of heaven who are still living on earth look like. In Romans, we should never return evil to those who do evil to us. Another Romans verse, we should always attempt to live at peace with others. In 1 Peter, we should offer blessing to those who speak evil of us. These last 4 all have to do with Matthew 5:44. We should love our enemies. We should bless them that curse us. We should do good to them that hate us. We should pray for them that treat us badly. That's what Paul is saying to these folks. I want you to live your lives in a way that reflects well on heaven. And because you're citizens. And so Paul is the kind of guy who said, what? To the Corinthians he writes, you're taking each other to court? And before the world? In other words, he's saying, you're airing the dirty laundry of the church to the world? And then he makes an astounding statement that we westernized Christians would have a hard time processing. He said, instead of taking them to court, why not rather suffer yourself to be defrauded? He said the gospel is so important, you'd be better off letting somebody cheat you than do something that reflects bad in the gospel. Now, why is that? The gospel in Romans 1:16 is the power of God to save. There is nothing else on the planet that brings anyone to a saving relationship with Jesus other than the gospel. So if we disparage the gospel with our conduct, we're putting up roadblocks before the people that we have potential influence on. We could be causing them not to readily want to believe what the gospel says because of our conduct. So Paul said, fool, he was suing. Paul knows you got rights. You got a right to go to court. Paul knows that. So Paul said, no, gospel trumps your right.